Hi, are you Rahana Murad?
Yes, I am.
I already read your resume and I am satisfied with your resume. Now, I would like to ask you some questions. Please tell me about a major mistake you made and what you did to correct it.
The most major mistake that I made was designing an operational management plan for the company, which resulted in a drop on manufacturing productivity as a direct consequence of the company's performance in its manufacturing operation. During that moment, I had my complete attention direct solely onto my task. This is because I do not have sufficient experience and I am also not particularly familiar with the atmosphere of the workplace. Because of the error, the company cautioned me and gave me a notice to that effect. On the other hand, while I was a student at the university, I learned a lot of matter related to Kaizen management and I made an effort to brush up on that knowledge now that I'm working in the real world. The Kaizen method motivates workers at all levels of an organization to cooperate with one another and take initiative in their efforts to achieve the organization's overarching objective, which is to make steady incremental environment to the production process. It is a method that in a sense bring together all of the individual qualities that already exist inside an organization to build a powerful engine for growth. By utilizing this tactic in my interaction with the repairment, I was able to make up for the mistake I had made in the past.
Amazing. Okay, then tell me about a time you need to motivate a co-worker.
When I used to work for the company before, one of the challenge I encountered was how to effectively collaborate with my coworker on group project. The problem is that we do not have the chemistry in the conversation to the point where every time we need to make a choice, the final result of the discussion will be highly unpleasant. Because of this, the debate itself it will hard to solve problem. This is why I try to encourage my teamwork with the coworker in my workplace. To get things started, I ensure that the team is positioned in the most advantageous way possible. I show that encouraging and fostering cooperation increase productivity because it enables workers to feel less alone and assist them in becoming more involved with the activities they are performing. I do this by demonstrating that encouraging and fostering cooperation increase productivity. Then I accomplish this by organizing frequent team building activities and offering opportunities for members of the team to get to know one another and create relationships with one another. I do this so that we may accomplish our goals more effectively. As a consequence of this adjustment, the collaborative teamwork performed in a group exudes a whole new vibe. In conclusion, if we apply this to coworkers for implement project planning, we will always be successful in achieving the pleasure of the employers.
Okay, good. Next, please tell me about a time you had to raise an uncomfortable issue with your boss.
There were times when my manager and I did not get along very well because we had opposing suggestions on the best way to deliver the greatest value to the company. As a result of this, there were occasions when we did not work along very well. I made the decision to speak with him off the floor rather than challenge his authority in front of the other individuals, since I did not want to seem bad in front of the others. I voiced my concerns in a forthright and straightforward manner with regard to the method in which he planned to carry out the activities, and I had some reservation about it. It became clear that the whole situation had been based on a straightforward misunderstanding the whole time. As a result of this disagreement, I have arrived at the conclusion that it is vitally important for me to keep open lines of communication with the other members of my team in order to prevent an outdated concept from developing into an issue that is far more severe than it should have been.
Okay, Raihana, it was pleasure to meeting you, and thank you for coming to this interview session.